There's been a lot of talking heads throwing dirt on Caleb Williams' name, saying he's the quarterback under the most pressure in 2025, along with some other media outlets. But on today's Mailbag episode, we here to let y'all know why Caleb Williams is not the quarterback under the most pressure in 2025. And it's yup in my white tee like them franchise boys. But before we talk about it and break it down, y'all already know you gotta hear the music first.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by C-Dub. I'm hollering yup in my white tee like them franchise boys, but y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe. C-Dub, what up?
What up? We on a mission. We on a march to 20K. Let's
We
get
on
there.
that march to 20K. Make sure y'all lock in, tune in. You don't get this by simply just being mid. I'm just letting y'all know that right now.
Let's
And we could be, hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We can go ahead and have 30K if we was faking and flogging and finessing, but we keeping it real with who we are. You either hate it or you love it. Shout out to my man's Drip, Steve O, and Big Kev as well, and C-Dub. Hey, a lot of things going on with Caleb Williams right now in this offseason. Ben Johnson has been throwing a lot of different things at Caleb Williams thus far. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see what they can work with, what they want to keep, what they want to get out. Then you hear some talking heads saying that Caleb Williams is the quarterback under the most pressure in 2025. I believe he ain't even close. I got a number of quarterbacks that are under more pressure than my man's Caleb Williams. To that, you say what?
When did we start doing this? They're giving second-year quarterbacks the most pressure in the NFL. Y'all talk as if Caleb Williams just had a horrendous season. I wish y'all can get off that narrative. Number two, there is plenty of quarterbacks in the league with more pressure than Caleb Williams that it's laughable. Let's look at Lamar Jackson. He's steady getting close, but he can never win the big one. Look at Joe Burrow. He been to the Super Bowl. That was like 4-5 years ago. He ain't smelt the Super Bowl since. Do I need to keep going? I'll keep going. What about Aaron Rodgers? Yes, I'm picking on him because I'm the homer of homers. He has to prove that he still can play at 49 years old or whatever the fuck he is. And I'll give you this last point. Archie Manning is coming to the NFL really soon. All those teams that are struggling and not getting to the playoffs, y'all should be under pressure too. Because I believe that those teams with quarterbacks that are struggling, they would love to have themselves an Archie Manning. So with that being said, let's stop this ridiculous thing about Caleb Williams. He had a good season with the context of what he had to deal with in his rookie season. And look at the numbers. Second-year quarterback with the most pressure in the entire year. You can even say Patrick Mahomes, he got pressure to get back and win it. Philly is a tough team. They're going to be right back in the mix. He got pressure. He didn't play well. Like, get out of here, bro.
I ain't mad at it. I think those some notable names that you put up in there. Me, look, I understand it. Look, I'm just gonna pick out one person that you mentioned. That's Joe Burrow. C-Dub, as great as Joe Burrow has been, the last 2 seasons, Joe Burrow been sitting at the crib. Exceptional quarterback. Statistically, really fucking good last year, though. I ain't gonna hold you. But football is the ultimate team sport for an absolute reason. And it's not just dependent on one guy. You got to get your guys there at least into the meaningful games to where it absolutely matters. So I understand the pressure. But for the guys that I'm throwing out, these guys ain't did too much of nothing. We talking about Caleb Williams having the most pressure in the NFL, and I kind of understand the pressure aspect to it, basically coming and saying that Caleb Williams with the best candidate on the market and Ben Johnson has to go out there and absolutely show what he's made of this upcoming season. So there is pressure, but the most, nah, I can't go that route. I'm looking at guys like Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has been with the Dallas Cowboys for so long and has not even sniffed an NFC championship game. The number one draft picked a few years ago, Mr. Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence, is now on his third head coach. Third head coach. And you can argue he got Doug Peterson fired for him being mid. No season for Trevor Lawrence over 10 wins in a season. Yes, he made the playoffs. Yes, he had an incredible comeback. But after that, what are we simply looking at when it comes to my man's Trevor Lawrence? And then let's throw in another guy, Tua Tagovailoa. My man's down there with the Miami Dolphins. What have you been doing since you've been in a Miami Dolphins uniform? Can't stay healthy. When it gets cold, you can't show up. Like, we literally looking at Tua Tagovailoa and saying once it drops below 32 degrees, that's freezing point for my science kids out there.
This man.
He can't show up to the game. Defenses is pressing those fast wide receivers that they got, and they can't do nothing. I'm just simply here to say there is pressure on Caleb Williams. Absolutely, there is pressure. But ain't no way you gonna sit here and convince me that Caleb Williams right now is the most pressurized quarterback in the league. And I'm looking at one quarterback in his own division, C-Dub, J.J. McCarthy.
Yes.
Kevin O'Connell has one with Nick Mullins, Kirk Cousins, Josh Dobbs, and Sam Darnold. I think you got more pressure than Caleb Williams, J.J. McCarthy.
Come on now. Jared Goff too, to me. Jared Goff to me too.
I'm just saying, bro.
It's just ridiculous. And I just want to point out this really quick. Caleb on his third coach too.
Facts. Facts. I can't be mad at that. Facts. I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, it's something that it's not like people need something to talk about. I'm getting to the point where they just don't want the Chicago Bears to succeed. They just want the Chicago Bears there as a punching bag. How on earth you can form some shit out your mouth for a second-year quarterback to have the most pressure in the entire league? It just doesn't make any sense. It is not fair. It's ridiculous. I rebuke it.
And I understand with the rebuking. Can we agree that there is some type of pressure?
It's some pressure, but it ain't the most in the league. You don't even have to think twice about it. It's ridiculous.
I agree. I think it is absolutely ridiculous. After we both sweated a little bit and cooked a little bit, and we letting the dish simmer now. I think that there is some type of pressure when you talk about now bringing in Ben Johnson. Now you're talking about all the offensive weapons that you have. Having a defensive coordinator on your team that was formerly a fucking head coach not too long ago, that brings some type of pressure. But like, guys, we got to tone it down at least just a little bit for simply saying that, hey, this is a quarterback in year 2, C-Dub. And everybody that's listening right now, I think y'all will agree with me when I say this. If Jaden Daniels doesn't have a CJ Stroud type of season, nobody is sitting there looking at Caleb Williams like he had a bad season. Because going for over 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, that's pretty damn good for a rookie quarterback when we look at one of the greats in Peyton Manning, who threw 22 interceptions in his rookie season. Can
And
we keep it a buck?
yes. And you didn't even have to mention the context behind his season, Caleb Williams' season, with the incompetent coaching, with the incompetent game planning. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, bro. It's just absolutely crazy right now. So we here to shut all that down to support our quarterback. We supported Mitch. We supported Jay Cutler. We supported Justin Fields. You damn sure better believe we gonna support Caleb Williams until he give us a reason not to. Come on now.
Come on,
And
man.
he broke records in year one.
Come on, bro. He gonna break more, bro.
And he about to break more.
Yeah.
He about to break more. C-Dub. He getting that 4K this year?
He
I'm
should,
going
right?
yeah.
I'm going,
I'm
yeah. He
going yeah.
should. He should,
4,000
right? I'm gonna
yards.
say yeah.
Incoming.
You break the
Call it what you
touchdown
want.
record and the yards record this
I
year.
don't know what the record gonna be for the team in totality, but I know 4K on the way. 4K
I'm
on
with
the
you.
way.
Let's go. 4K on the way, baby. Let's go.
On the real. But hey, y'all heard that. Go ahead and make sure y'all chime in and let us know how y'all feeling about all things discussed at the moment. Now we finna get into the mailbag, C-Dub. This first one is from Keys.
Keys.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Keys on this lovely Friday, man. With that being said, let's get to it. So I keep hearing the noise from ESPN Chicago 1000 and, all the other talks, because I think people just don't have nothing to talk about right now, of pressure. They keep talking about which quarterback in NFC North has the most pressure. Pressure gauge this, pressure gauge that. And it's a good little fun topic to talk about. But to be quite honest with you, what I believe, yes, I do believe Caleb probably has the most pressure, but I also think Caleb has the most help compared to his counterparts of McCarthy, Golf, and then you got Jordan Love. He has an abundance of talent where he got to get the ball to all of them. And I think him and Ben Johnson, like that pressure is on them to make things right and to make something that we've never had in Chicago, which is a top offense. I don't doubt the defense in any way this year. I actually think we got the best defense in the NFC North, which is going to make them play up. And you got to think about it. I believe the pressure actually be taken off of Caleb this year due to having Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson was a creative mind. Ben Johnson was the one that helped that Lions offense reach top 5 3 years in a row. With him being there, and you got to think about it. If he destroyed our Bears defense, you know what I'm saying? And we put up a fight against them and everything like that. But if he did that to us, what did he do against the Packers and the Vikings? That's why I'm not really worried too much. Like, I think we actually going to be better than what some people believe. And I think Ben is only going to help it. Then I also seen the news, too, of, I guess, our 3 second-round picks haven't been signed. I wonder how long it's going to take for them to go ahead and get signed because apparently, I guess, one of the top players got a fully guaranteed contract, or a couple of them got fully guaranteed contracts because with Avi Chapilo, that's a key position where he don't need to miss a rep during training camp, I believe. Shamar Stewart don't need to miss a rep. Even Luther Burden ain't been on the field. He don't need it. None of them guys need to miss a rep. So let's hurry up and get them signed, man, so that when July comes around, we ain't got no gaps nowhere, and these rookies get on the field and play that much faster. But when do you guys think that'll happen, and we'll get that news? But let me know what you think. As always, shout out up, bear down.
Shout out to my man's Keys with a hell of a take. As always, C-Dub, what you got for us?
Oh, it's the same thing that we talked about in a bit. I'm gonna disagree with you, Keys. Caleb does not have the most pressure in the division. I think that belongs to Jared Goff. He is without Ben Johnson this year. Let's see if he resort to his old self. It's not going to be the same play calling. Let's see if he's really that good. And also, you could say J.J. McCarthy can be put ahead of Caleb Williams as well. Um, I don't see where all this pressure stuff comes from. He's only a second year player who didn't have a bad first year.
I think I'm gonna agree with C Dub on this, Keys, and this is why. Jared Goff before Ben Johnson had Anthony Lynn, a former head coach for the Chargers. I believe they was in San Diego and then moved to Los Angeles, but they had Anthony Lynn. Jared Goff was so bad he got Anthony Lynn fired. It could have been Anthony Lynn was a bad play caller too. But I do know once Jared Goff got Ben Johnson, he excelled and he was really, really good. But then guess what? When all the chips was laid on the table and you had Super Bowl aspirations, you got your ass whooped by the Commanders on your home turf because Jared Goff threw multiple interceptions. So I'm agree with C Dub with saying that the most pressure within a division is on Jared Goff and those Lions because people was trying to see you lost Ben Johnson, you lost Aaron Glenn, you lost Zeitler, your Pro Bowl guard, you lost Ragnow, a Hall of Fame caliber type of center. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? And then I'm even looking at guys like Jordan Love. I said it and I stood on business. And Muggs was looking at me kind of funny. I said Jordan Love was talented, but he's a gunslinger and he is a guy that throws up footballs in praise to Jesus, Javante Christ himself. And now everybody is kind of coming around and see if he can go ahead and put together finally a consistent season. I would even put Jordan Love there. But I do agree with my man's Keys when he said that Ben Johnson is going to be helpful for this Chicago Bears team and that the Chicago Bears should be able to accomplish a lot. I don't know if it comes in year one, but I do think for the long term that Ben Johnson is going to be great for the Chicago Bears.
All right, bet.
For sure. So shout out to my man's Keys. Shout out to that hell of a take. I think it was really, really good. C Dub, we get into this next one. This next one is from Xavier.
I bet.
What's going on, guys? This is Xavier calling in, man. I want to talk about the pressure on Caleb Williams and the expectations of what everybody's saying, like he's under the most pressure. And I do agree that with the upgraded offensive line, with a better play caller for head coach and an actual competent staff around him, I think Caleb will excel, bro. Like I'm not saying that like he's gonna be like just crazy, put up all these insane numbers, but I do believe that the numbers that he had last year, as far as like the touchdowns and the yards and all that, bro, he might be able to get to that by week 12 or 13 in a 17-game season. I mean, like I think he'll be able to get there by like week 12 on the touchdowns at least. That and the yards for sure. With Ben Johnson calling, well, Declan Doyle calling the plays, but Ben Johnson overseeing it. It's just, I feel like, bro, with the better O line, bro, he'll have the protection that he didn't have last year. Now, one thing about Caleb, he does have to get that ball out faster. We all know that's like beating a dead horse. But at the same point in time, we know when he had time, he made shit shake, bro. He made shit shake, bro. So like at the end of the day, I look at it like, man, when we have the guys in the building that can block for that boy, and also the play calling, he can only go up from here, bro. He can only go up from here. I'm just excited. I just want health. I pray for health for him and for the weapons that he has. Get Coach and Loveland together. Make sure he's ready to go at the beginning of the season. Luther Burden as well. Man, I definitely think that he is going to blow those numbers from last year out the water by like week 12 or 13, bro, because it's damn near foolproof, bro, if they're healthy, that he can do better than what he did last year. It's like too easy to call because we saw what he did with bad O-line play and bad coaching. But, man, let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Chicago up there down.
All right.
Shout out to you, Xavier. I 100% agree with you. I think that the only way is up for Caleb Williams. Like my man's Ben Johnson has been, excuse me. Ben Johnson has been 100% straightforward with everybody, and it's just crazy how honest he is. He don't come to the podium and be a politician or a sales mechanic like Matt Eberflus. He comes in and tell you like it is. We throwing a bunch of stuff at Caleb Williams to try to figure out how we best can help him. And I'm 100% with you, bro. I think that Caleb Williams has every ample opportunity to go out here and shatter everything that he did last season. We look at certain games, like I throw the Indianapolis Colts game in there. I throw the Washington Commanders game in there, a Minnesota Vikings game in there, a Detroit Lions game in there, to what Caleb Williams was putting on for the Chicago Bears, leading them to a victory, and dumb shit just happened. I hope that Ben Johnson and his coaching staff can limit the dumb things that can transpire on the football field, and I'm waiting to see what they can do. But when it comes to shattering or eclipsing 20 passing touchdowns, check it. I'm going ahead and put my money on that. Keeping it around less than 10 interceptions, check it. I'm going to go ahead and put my money on that. And saying that my man get over 3,500 yards, book it. I'm putting my money on that. I think Caleb Williams is about to have a hell of a season. I don't necessarily know if it starts in week 1, but I think by the end of the season, we looking at Caleb Williams as the quarterback that we believe he can be. He obviously got to do it. I do got some belief and trust in him. We're going to see what happens, though. I think that this right here, this coaching staff, is what he absolutely needs to be excellent this upcoming season.
Yeah. Let me just go a different route. You are, in fact, right, X, with all the help that he has been presented with this season. New offensive line, new weapons, tight end, a nice little slot receiver, Luther Burden, who's going to be an absolute game breaker. I wouldn't call it pressure. I'm just going to call it he got higher expectations now. I think that's better. I think that sounds a little better. He does not have the most pressure in the league or the division. And I'm going to just leave it right there.
All right, so we appreciate the call, my man Xavier. Thank you for calling, bro. Hell of a take as well. Adding on to what Keys left. C-Dub, we get into the next one. This next one is from Pharaoh.
It's your boy Pharaoh. What I want to say is I'm loving what I'm seeing. I know Bobby always tells C-Dub he's not taking the drink or sipping the Kool-Aid, but I'm sipping it. I'm sipping it because there's so much to look forward to. Look at Washington. They 12-5 this past year, and the year before they were one of the worst teams. So we can turn it around. We have the offensive-minded coach we need. We have the leadership we wanted, the accountability. I'm loving everything I see so far. And the thing with Brisker, he reminds me so much of Mike Brown, who played for us, who was really aggressive from 2000 to 2008. He only played 8 years. He was so aggressive, but he was always hurt. So I'm hoping that, Brisker can play smarter, but the thing is, man, I wanted Mike Brown to play better, but I guess it's in the blood to play that way, to play aggressive all out. But I'm loving everything I'm seeing so far. So my hopes is up. And Bobby, I done took a sip. I ain't drank the Kool-Aid, but I took a sip. So I gotta say it, Chi-Town up, bear down, one love.
All right. So C-Dub had to exit and go ahead and take care of G-Ma. So we make sure that we get that right. But hey, my man's Pharaoh. Hey, look, it is what it is. I can't be too mad at it, bro. It is what it is. I'm going to reserve myself a little bit more than others. And then, hey, you got the right to go ahead and take a sip. I ain't mad at you, brother. I'm excited. Let's not get it twisted. I'm excited for the Chicago Bears, man. But I gotta see it because I cannot get myself locked in and I'm so passionate about football, bro. I will get pissed off. I will get pissed off so bad that I just be ready to fight. I'll be ready to argue and bring up different cases on why I believe whatever it is. And I'm not mad at for people that's drinking the Kool-Aid or even taking a sip. And I'm with you. I think we have a right to take at least a sip. Simply because the Chicago Bears, they went out there and they improved this team, at least on paper. Obviously, we want to see it on the field, but you can go ahead and enjoy some of that Kool-Aid, bro. Not drink the whole entire cup, but have a good damn sip of that Kool-Aid. So I'm not mad at you, brother. But again, C-Dub had to step away for an emergency. And y'all already know we're going to continue to push on, and we're going to go ahead and get into this last one. This last one is from my man's Marifa.
Bobby, C-Dub, hey, them Cognac boys. What's happening, fellas? It's your man, Marifa Assad, Black yet again, man. Listen, hey, man, training camp is OTA, is over with, and we heading into training camp here. Now I want to talk about a guy that ain't nobody really thinking about too much. And I'm thinking it's Dom Robinson. That's right, Dominique Robinson, man. A lot of people wonder why the Bears didn't go get Trey Henderson from Cincinnati and spend all that money. But they waiting to see what Dom Rob can do in this new defensive system. Okay? Now, we all know Dominique Robinson ain't got a whole lot of stats. He ain't got much on the plate, but he just started playing defensive end 4 years ago. So he's a converted quarterback and converted wide receiver. It's going to take us some time to learn the techniques of defensive end, but he got the body type that Dennis Allen likes. Big, strong, fast. He can set an edge and stop the run. But he got to learn how to get after the passer. Okay? Now, that's where good coaching come in. Now, we got a good coach in Dennis Allen that can get him up to running the way he's supposed to be running. Now, I say, man, he can't be no worse than DeMarcus Walker last year. Okay? Now, if you get Dominique Robinson, who's in the contract year, motivated to come to training camp to be able to earn a second contract in the NFL, he's going to be motivated to do just that, okay? He's working out with Montez Sweat. He already built up his muscles and everything like that. Now the coaching got to kick in and take over. Now, young man, if you could give us 40 to 45 tackles and maybe 5 to 6 sacks on a year, we'll talk about giving you that multi-year contract that you've been looking for. Okay? Look here, man. I'm going to get up out of here, man. I got a place to go. Got place to see. But you know what I'm going to say before I leave? It's Chicago up. And pay it out, baby. FGD. Let's go.
Let's go. Marifa, you know I love you, big dog. Every damn week I get excited when I see your voicemails in the goddamn box and I'm ready to play it for the people so they can turn up with you. And I understand that you sitting right here and you excited about Dominique Robinson and potentially getting a multi-year contract. But as it currently stands on today, his ass gonna get a multi-year cut because simply his ass ain't showed up not nan time.
Nan nada.
Not nan time. Yes, nan. Nan time. I'm not getting my hopes up about a guy that has not shown me anything. I know he's strong. I know he didn't put on the muscles. I know that he did a position switch coming into the NFL. But you gotta show me. Now, if he come out and he produced to the level that you said or even exceed that, I put my hands up and I say, you got it, big dog. But as of right now, ain't no multi-year contract. It's a multi-year cut from the Chicago Bears. Hell is you talking about? I still love you though, Marifa. Still love you, big dog, because you keep me up. And you always say FGB at the end of your voicemails because you know that's the mantra we live by. C-Dub, what you got?
Hey, man, I disagree with my nephew about 25 times a day. I'm a disagree with one of my favorite people, Marifa Assad. Marifa, I will tell you a reason why he will most definitely won't be that guy that you think he would be. You told us, and I didn't know this stuff. You said he was a converted quarterback and wide receiver. You said,
yeah.
So you would say that was a project, right?
Yeah.
And who project was it? Eberflus project.
Ah.
Wait, who coach and who was the coach that was like,
Fair.
okay, we'll give this guy a chance.
It's fair. It's
He
fair.
is no longer here. So it is most likely if he don't come out and I don't know what he did on the off season, just come out on fire, say goodbye, my guy. Say goodbye. For no real. I don't even know why he's still around.
He go see Dub trying to talk that Boricua stuff again. Say goodbye. He go see Dub trying to talk that Boricua stuff again. Shout out to my Puerto Rican people. I love y'all. Y'all know y'all make some good Aroca Ngandule with that by
Puerto Rican
with that by
Puerto Rican.
But nonetheless, see Dub, how before we go, how much do you take into account that Ben Johnson said he was impressed by him?
Motivation. 0. I take 0.
He said his motivation for Don Rob.
Yeah,
Marifa.
He telling the truth.
Rob.
Come on, nephew. And mini camp. What the fuck was that? Mini camp?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I seen a mini camp performer in Shador Sanders, and I said, duh. What the fuck y'all thought Dylan Gabriel was gonna do? What you thought Kenny Pickett was gonna do? That's a whole nother team. But on NFL Central, we be rocking out. Me and Steve-O follow and hit the subscribe button. That's just a little plug. But back to the Chicago Bears. Yeah, I'm with you, big dog. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Get his ass out of here, bro. He had a chance, bro. Him and Gibson, bro. How do he ain't go when Gibson went? How are you still here and Gibson gone?
Fair point.
Come on, man. Ryan Poles, you like this guy? You know, that's what it is, bro. Ryan Poles, he be falling in love with players and shit, bro. He be believing in shit. He
do got some belief in his players, man. I can't be mad at it.
What rate your belief in Dominique Robinson?
I give it a 2.
I give it a half.
He gave this man a 0.5. Work on your decimals, ladies and gentlemen, and send this to your kids. We working on decimals on the next episode of Chicago Bears Central, the number 1 spot for everything mathematician. What you talking about? But hey, C-Dub, you got anything left for this episode, bro?
Hey, man, we on the road to 20K, man. We got some nice and great things coming up for you guys. Some things that you guys can be a part of. It's gonna be dope. I'm gonna talk with the guys. We're gonna get it together. But 20K is coming up. Once we get to 20K, y'all better not try to tell us nothing, bro.
They already can't tell us nothing.
They already can't tell us. We're gonna be acting deaf. No, we won't hear shit.
But hey, it's Yup in my white tee. Like them franchise boys had to pop out with a white tee. Call it what you want, but it is what it is. Nonetheless, thank y'all so much for tuning in into another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number 1 spot for everything Chicago Bears. Man, before y'all get up out of here, leave that feedback, those comments, and some concerns in that comment box down below. If you want to be a part of the mailbag episode, call in, state your name, leave your take. The number to do so is 773-242-9336. We are the number 1 spot for everything Chicago Bears. We appreciate y'all, love y'all, and y'all already know. Chi-Town up and bear down, baby. FGB, let's go. In the voice of my man's Marifa Asah. Peace out, y'all. Catch y'all later.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.